My dear children, welcome to the online learning platform of our school, Little Forest School, and I am Ashish Mishra welcoming you for the mathematics class. We are going to start our new session, that is 21-22. In that, we are going to study mathematics. So, many of you are not being familiar to me who have taken the new admission. So, very soon when you are watching me, my videos, you will be coming to know who am I and you will be learning all those things well. The chapter we have to discuss is maths. The subject we have to discuss is maths. So, mathematics is a subject when many of the students are listening, they feel boring or very difficult subject, very tough subject. But my dear children, I make you 100% sure that you just follow the steps I tell you, and mathematics will be the most interesting subject of your life. Condition is that you have to show the devotion as much is required. Correct? आप में से बहुत से लोग ऐसे होंगे जो किसी हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल से आए होंगे या वहाँ पर प्रॉपर अंग्रेजी नहीं बोली जाती रही होगी, तो धीरे धीरे आप आदत डालिए और एक दिन ऐसा भी आएगा जब आप अंग्रेजी को समझने लगेंगे और अंग्रेजी को बोलने भी लगेंगे. ठीक है, चूंकि हमको सीखना है तो इसलिए मैं आपको हिंदी में ना पढ़ा करके इंग्लिश में ही पढ़ाऊंगा और धीरे धीरे आप जब सीखेंगे तो आपको आज समझ में आने लगेगा. चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं. सो द चैप्टर नेम इज इंटीजर्स. सो बिफोर वी गो फॉर इंटीजर्स वी मस्ट नो व्हाट द मैथमेटिक्स इज. देन वी शुड नो व्हाट आर द नंबर्स. Then based on these definitions we will come to know about the integers. So if I want to recall your previous knowledge about the numbers, what did you learn? Pause the video, tell to me. Now, what do you think? The numbers are the mathematical representation of certain value, some numerical expression. Like you are having 2000 rupees in your account or in your pocket. So how will you express 2000? So you will write 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees. But this 2000 rupees is written in word format, not in mathematical notation. So how will you write in mathematical notation? You will write 2 followed by 000. So how would you write this? This is written with the help of numbers. And in this number you are using digits. So in mathematics we have 10 digits. Which are they? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These 10 digits when made use, means they are repeatedly written or in any manner they are written, they can produce the desired number. Correct? This much information we have about the numbers. Now, numbers are of different kinds. Number system we have studied. So in class 5th or 6th you might have studied about, 5th class we have studied about natural numbers. So can you tell me what are the natural numbers? Just pause the video and tell to yourself, then come to me. So, the natural numbers that we have studied are the counting numbers. The counting numbers are called natural numbers. So, natural numbers. If I say, how many chalk do you see in my hand? So, what will be your answer? Obviously 1. But if I say, how many chalks I am having now? So you will say 2. Now, if I ask how many chalks I am having in my hand, you will say no. So minimum number of chalk that I need to hold in my hand for the counting is 1. So the counting number starts from 1. So 1, 2, 3 and all. There is no last number in natural number. So this was the first, second. Whole number. What is whole number, my dear children? So whole number means when you include 0 in this. See here, we have not started from 0. So from 0 if you start this number system, this will be called whole numbers. Correct? So including 0 in natural number, we get whole number. Next is the next number system that we have to study is our chapter 9, that is integers or integer number. So what are integers? So integers means negative natural numbers and whole numbers collection. So you would be thinking, what is negative integer whole natural number? So my dear children, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, all these are called integers. So see here, these digits are written with minus sign, negative sign, and here also I have put dots, means the series is continuously long, and here also it is infinitely long. So if you represent these numbers on number line, so how do you represent? You take 0 in between and at equal distances both sides you represent these numbers. Correct? 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, etc. So these are the methods of representing the numbers. I will explain it further. But you should know that these are infinitely extended towards both sides. So here one question arises, that which is the greatest negative integer? So my dear children, greatest negative integer can be said as -1, and smallest positive integer, the smallest positive integer, what is that? 1. Now you will say, how it is possible, sir, both are 1? So my dear children, here you see it is having -1. Just imagine you have borrowed 1 rupee from a friend, and from another friend you have borrowed 5 rupees. So where you have to pay less and become debt free? So obviously in the first case, because as soon as you get 1 rupee you pay to the first one and you get a debt free person, borrowing is over. But here in the second case, when you have taken 5 rupees, you have to pay more because you have taken more. So the greatest negative integer is -1 and the smallest positive integer is +1. Now question is that, is there any smallest negative integer? So we cannot attain a smallest negative integer. Similarly, is there any greatest positive integer? So we cannot attain greatest positive integer. The reason is obvious. We cannot reach to the last value, either to the right side or to the left side. To the left we are seeing negative integers, to the right we are seeing the positive integers. Now you will be having one question in your mind. What about 0? Are you having? So it's 0. So what it should be negative or positive or anything. So my dear children, 0 is neither negative nor positive. 0 is neither negative nor positive. Just like water. Water is neither salty nor sweet. Okay? It is neutral. But if you add sugar in it, it becomes sweet. If you add salt in it, it becomes salty. Similarly, if you are adding some number to the 0, it will become positive. If you are subtracting some number to 0, it will be negative. But it is basically neutral, means it is having no sign. Now, next topic is absolute value of an integer. So what is absolute value? Let us see. So my dear children, the absolute value of an integer can be written as See, these are the two vertical bars. In between the number is written. So if you write a number 5, so its value will be 5. So if you write -5, that value will also be 5. Now you will be overwhelmed. What happened here? It is +5, then also 5, -5, then also 5. So the meaning of absolute value of an integer is of an integer. Of an integer is what is the numerical value of that number. We do not pay attention to the sign. Irrespective of the sign, what is the value of that integer, that we call as absolute value of that integer. For example, if I am writing here -10, so whether on the left side or on the right side, we have to go 10 complete steps. See, this is minus sign, it means we have to move towards left. If it is +10, we have to move towards right. But we have to take 10 steps. So that numerical value only is obtained by finding the absolute value of an integer. I hope you might have understood. If not, you have full access to talk to me. You can contact me and I will be clearing all your doubts. Next, you have to study about representing an integer on a number line. So let us see how we can represent a number on number line. See, representation of not an integer, representation of integers on number line. Let us see how. So my dear children, suppose you have to represent the following integers on the number line. I am writing 10 -4 0 8 plus -10 -7 and 4. These are the integers you have to represent on a number line. So very first you have to draw a line. Since you have to use a scale, I am not using a scale, you can use a scale. With that you can get a straight line. And there is no length of a line as you have studied. So in between you have to take somewhere 0. 0 will decide right side as well as left side. So at equal distances I will put some mark. In your scale you can use 1 cm, 2 cm, 3 cm mark and you can put equal mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct? Because maximum value we have to go till 10. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Correct? Now, here I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here I will write -1, -2, -3, -4, -6, -7, -8, -9 and -10. See, at center we have 0. To the right we have positive integers. To the right we have positive integers. To the left of 0 we have negative integers. We have negative integers. Now we have to represent these integers. So if I am going to represent 10, where I have reached here 10. So if I call it the point P, so the point P represents 10 on the number line. Correct? Next is minus 4. Minus 4 is here. If I use the letter Q for the representation of minus 4, then point Q represents minus 4 on the number line. Or you can write here also, since I do not have a space, 0. So 0 is represented here as by the letter O. This is 0. This is 0, this is O. Keep in mind, this is O. Now 8. 8 will be here. This you can represent by R. Next, minus 10. So minus 10 is here. So R you can represent it by S. Then minus 7. Minus 7 is here. You can represent it by T. And this 4. 4 is here. So STU. Correct? So the point P represents 10. Q represents minus 4. R represents 8. S represents minus 10. T represents minus 7. U represents 4. And O represents 0. Correct? So these are the points we have shown on this number line. So this is the method you can use to show the number line. To show the digits or the integers on a number line. So this was your representation of the numbers on integers on number line. Next is how to add. So only addition I will explain today. Subtraction I shall discuss in the next video. So let's see how to add the two integers. Two or more integers. See. Addition of integers. How can you add the two integers, my dear children? In order to add the two or more integers, you have to pay attention to the sign. Okay? So keep in mind one rule I am writing here. Rule that same sign integers, same sign integers are added. Correct? And different sign numbers or integers are difference is being taken or we can subtract them. So, and rule number 2, different sign numbers are subtracted in the manner. How are they subtracted? Greater absolute value integer subtracts the smaller one. The smaller or lower or lesser, all these words can be used. Lesser absolute value integer. Correct? Now, you will be not understanding anything because of these rules. So, I will take an example and that will make it clear to you. Correct? So, let's see how we can add. Before, let's see how to add. First, I take an example. Add 7 and 4. So very simple. 7 plus 4 becomes 11. So 7 is having plus sign. 4 is also having plus sign. So both are being added. Second, 9 and minus 4. Now problem is there. It is minus sign, it is plus sign. So which one is having greater absolute value number? Being greater absolute value integer, so obviously 9. So 9 will be subtracting 4. So 9 minus 5, 4. You will get 5. And the answer will get the sign of the greater absolute value integer. Correct? Like that. Third one. Minus 13 plus 4. Now the greater absolute value integer is 13. So 13 will subtract 4. Why? Because both are having different sign. So 13 minus 4 is 9. But the answer will be coming from the greater absolute value integer. So that is minus 9. So this is the method to add the two integers, or more if we are given, we can do in the same method. So more comparison and subtraction, other methods I will discuss in the next week.